Have you ever wondered how your credit score is calculated? It's a bit like a financial report card, where the grades are numbers instead of letters. Your credit score is a numeric representation of your creditworthiness, a kind of trust rating that tells lenders how reliable you are when it comes to repaying debts. Think of lenders as teachers who want to make sure they're investing their time and resources wisely. They use credit scores to evaluate the risk they take by lending money. Is it likely you'll pay back your loan on time? Or are you a financial risk? These are the questions your credit score helps answer. This score isn't pulled out of thin air, though. It's calculated based on information from your credit report, a detailed record of your credit history. So the big question is, what goes into this credit report that determines your score? So, what exactly is in this credit report that's so important? Well, imagine your credit report as a detailed storybook of your financial life, penned down by credit bureaus. These are the agencies that collect and maintain information about your credit activities. They then compile this information into a comprehensive report, your credit report. Now let's break down the chapters of this storybook. First off, we have the personal information section. This is the introduction, where we find your name, address, social security number, and employment information. It's like the book cover, setting the stage for your financial story. Next, we dive into the meat of the book, the credit history section. This is a chronological account of how you've managed your credit over time. It includes details about each of your credit accounts, such as the type of account, the date it was opened, your credit limit or loan amount, account balance, and payment history. Then we have the public records chapter. This section includes information from state and county courts, highlighting any history of bankruptcies, tax liens, or court judgments against you. It's like the plot twist in your financial story, which can have a significant impact on your creditworthiness. Finally, we close the book with the inquiries section. This lists every time a lender or business has checked your credit report, usually because you've applied for credit. It's like the reviews of your financial story, showing how often others are interested in reading it. Each of these sections plays a role in shaping your financial narrative, influencing the calculation of your credit score. A credit report is not just a collection of numbers and facts. It's a dynamic document that changes as your financial behavior evolves. Each decision you make, from taking out a new credit card to paying your bills on time, adds a new sentence, paragraph, or chapter to your story. So, knowing what's in your report, you might be wondering how these factors come together to form your credit score. So, how do these elements in your credit report add up to your credit score? Well, while there are different models to calculate credit scores, they all tend to weigh similar factors. First off, there's your payment history. This is a big one, accounting for about 35% of your score. It's a record of whether you've paid your bills on time or not. Next, we have the amounts you owe, which makes up around 30%. This isn't just about how much debt you have, but also how much of your available credit you're using. Then we have the length of your credit history, which contributes about 15%. The longer, the better. Lastly, new credit, and the types of credit used each contribute about 10%. Opening several new credit accounts in a short period of time can represent greater risk, especially for people who don't have a long credit history. Knowing this, it's clear that managing these factors can help improve your credit score. Why does all this matter? Why should you care about your credit score? Well, let me tell you, a good credit score is like a key. It can unlock many doors in your financial journey. It can make your life easier, granting you access to better terms for loans and credit cards. Imagine getting that dream house or car and paying less in interest because of your good credit score. But what if the credit score isn't so good? Well, the picture gets a bit gloomy. A poor credit score can lead to higher interest rates, making your loan significantly more expensive over time. Worse still, it could mean loan denials. Imagine being rejected for that mortgage or car loan because of a low credit score. It's a situation you'd want to avoid. So, understanding your credit score and how it's calculated is key to financial freedom and opportunities. It's not just a number, it's a reflection of your financial health, a snapshot of your credibility. And that, my friends, is why it matters.